Okay, now let us talk about this movie from 2009. It is directed by Roland Emmerich. The movie is 2012. Now it stars Danny Glover, Woody Harrison, John Cusack, Amanda Peet, and Thandie Newton. No, with everything that we do, we need to exercise critical thinking. We need to try and connect the dots and most definitely ask questions. What is it that Hollywood is trying to tell us? Now, the movie 2012 is all about the destruction of the world, right? That's what they're trying to tell us. And they are focusing mainly on the United States, especially California. Now, with everything that is going on in California, we most definitely got to connect the dots because right now we are having forest fires and California is also glowing red. The skies are red, and they're trying to tell you that it's because of the forest fires why the skies are so red in California, right? Because prophecy is fulfilling right in front of our very eyes. So they got to find something to cover this up, to say to you, now go back to sleep. Everything is okay, when indeed we are in the end. Right? So many of you are in your feelings because you are so in love with the system of man that you cannot understand that it is the end. There is no more holiday, no more partying, no more having a great time. It is the end. Now is the calm before Noah's flood. Be prepared. The earth will be going through labor pains, right? Now, this movie is also interesting because I'm going to use this movie to show you why China is so invested in recolonizing Africa, the Caribbean, and also Australia, right? This movie will tie it all together because they put everything in this movie for us to sit and watch as entertainment when it is all about our demise. Now, there is so much in this movie, we could go on, but I'm just going to pick the very obvious for us to have a look at and to use critical thinking. Now, in the movie, as with most movie I've been seeing for a few weeks now, when these people in high office, these governments that you vote for, when they come on the information that something is about to happen, something that will affect you and your families, they do not let you know, right? And this is just exactly what happened in this movie. The government, they are aware of the earth being destroyed, right? And they have been aware of this for a number of years. They did not tell the public until the very appointed time because they wanted to get away the rich, right? The elites and all those that they choose to go on these arcs. These arcs that was built in what looks like Tibet, which begs to ask questions. What is going on in Tibet? Because we know China invaded Tibet, right? And colonized Tibet. So with everything we do, we have to use critical thinking and connect the dots. What are they trying to tell us? Because the ark that they're using to try and escape the floodwaters in the movie was built by the Chinese in a place that looks like Tibet. Ask questions. Now, let us get into some dialogue with the character that played the doctor, Dr. Adrian, and his Indian counterpart had a video call. Now, after the video call, his assistant had this to say: all our scientific advances, our fancy machine, the Mayans saw this coming thousands of years ago. Now, Dr. Adrian has this to say: my God, I thought we had more time, right? Time is up. We got no more time. As I said, go and watch this movie because it is telling you everything. Right? No, the character played by John Cusack, which is Jackson Curtis in the movie, who happens to be a author. Listen to the name of the book that he's the author of. Farewell Atlantis. Now, Atlantis is a mythical region or a mythical place. So they want you to believe. No, the Most High destroyed Atlantis because of what they were doing to children. right? Other things was going on, but mainly because of the abuse that they were inflicting on children. Atlantis sank under the ocean or the sea, right? The Most High thoroughly destroyed it. No, let's go back to history, because if you think that this situation cannot happen, you need to look for a particular Caribbean country by the name of Jamaica, which was described as the richest and the wickedest place on earth. And that is a part of world history, right? They had a severe earthquake and part of Port Royal sank under the sea. So it has happened before and it will happen again, right? And they are showing you in the movie that California will be going under the sea, just like Atlantis, just like Jamaica, parts of Jamaica that was described as being the wickedest place on earth and also the richest. Connect the dots. Right? Okay, now let's get into some dialogue with the character played by John Cusack, which is Jackson Curtis, and the conspiracy theories played by Woody Harrison. Now we had this to say. I was listening to the broadcast and I was wondering what exactly that is going to start in Hollywood. So Woody Harrison character reply, the end of days, right? And listen to the language, listen to the words. What exactly is going to start in Hollywood? And what are we hearing about these rumors about child smuggling, people trafficking, satanic sexual abuse, and all of that going on with children in Hollywood? All of those allegations we keep hearing about. And it happens that this movie is telling us that the end of days will start in Hollywood, California. Pay attention. Look what is happening. Right? Now, let's continue because he had a few things to tell the character Jackson Curtis. First, the stock market will go, then economy, boom, the dollar, boom, then pandemonium in the streets, war, genocide, boom, boom, right? And he's explaining just exactly what's going to happen because people are paying attention to the stock market, looking to see if it will collapse, right? They are watching the US dollar because we know very well we are going into a recession. They are just holding on to the floodgates for now, but we will be going into a deep, deep recession, and I hope you're all prepared, right? No, he also pulled down a chart letting the character played by John Cusack know that anyone that comes out and try to tell people the truth of what is going on, that is anyone that is credible, they always kill them. And what do we see happening today? Because we have quite a few people who turned up dead, right? Most of them, they say, commit suicide because these people are shedding light as to what is really going on around us. So these people are always dead. Connect the dots. What are they telling us? Watch this movie not once, not twice, but 3 times. They are telling you everything, right? Now, let us continue with some more dialogue. Now the character Jackson Curtis, he go to pick up some very wealthy kids, and listen to this dialogue carefully. As the kids stand on their steps leading into their private jet. No, you're laughing, Curtis, but we have tickets to go on a big ship. We will live and you will die. So they are letting you know that the rich will live and the poor will die. Because when this world starts to get destroyed by the avenging angels, the rich will live and the poor will die. But so they think, because these people, they did not get the memo, right? Now let's visit the Bible and hear what the Bible got to say about this. The Bible even go on to talk about it in 2 different Bible chapters. Mark 10 verses 25, Matthew 19 verses 24, and they are telling you the same thing. It says, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich person to enter the kingdom of God. Understand? So these rich people think that they can kill people, children, they can do their sacrifices, their sex rituals, and when time comes for destruction, their money and their power will let them escape the judgment that is coming. You will not escape the judgment, right? So no need to try and think that when the Most High puts his foot down because he has been quiet for a while, you think the Most High has gone soft. You think he's allowing you to get away with all these atrocities, right? You will not escape. So you better start getting on your knees from now. Cease and desist from taking people children, for sacrificing them, for raping them, and doing all of the sick, sadistic, wicked things you're doing to people children. Cease and desist, because it will not end well for you. Right? Now let's get into some more dialogue, because as I said, they are telling on themselves. They are telling you what they are doing. Now the character Jackson Curtis in the movie is listening to a radio show, and this is what the broadcaster was saying. Did you hear that? The authority in LA say there is nothing to worry about. I do love to see their dumb faces when Malibu and Beverly Hills get sucked into the gargling malt of the Pacific. Where are they going to plug in their electric car then? Huh? Right? So right there, they are giving you two areas in California that we should be paying attention to. Malibu and Beverly Hills. They will be sucked into the Pacific. What is going on that these two areas will be sucked to in the Pacific? That when the destruction starts, they are the two areas that will go first. What is going on? Because as I said before, it is completely possible, because it happened to the Caribbean island Jamaica, which was described as being the wickedest and the richest place on earth, and part of the town Port Royal sank under the sea, right? So it can happen. It is not fiction, right? This can happen, and they are given the name of Malibu and Beverly Hills. Pay attention and ask questions. What is going on in these two areas? What are they doing in Malibu and Beverly Hills? Right? Pay attention. Now let's get into some more, because the character is racing to his wife now, trying to get the kids and the family out of California. And listen to this conversation, because we women, we tend to think we know it all at times. Sometimes we need to listen. And he says, coming to pick the kids up now, the wife said. They just got back. God, you sound like a crazy person. The governor says we are fine now. Right? And he says, the guy is an actor. He's reading a script. When they tell you not to panic, that's when you run. Now remember, who was the governor of California a few years ago? He was indeed an actor. Now ask yourself this question. Who else is in high office in the United States who happens to be an actor as well, who is coming from TV? That's right, the current president. These people are telling you something. You need to pay attention and ask questions, right? Now, look at this clip. And if you notice, quite a few movies keep showing us the White House getting destroyed, democracy being destroyed. You need to pay attention and understand that we are living in the end times. The end times are not coming. They are already here. Right? Now, let's listen to another broadcast on the television in the movie and listen to what they are saying. Now, they are saying that the 30th Olympic Games have been suspended, which was supposed to be in London. No, what happened this year? We have an Olympic Games that have been suspended. Connect the dots. No, it further go on to say that the Prime Minister of the UK, right, have a information block out, and it caused people to be running to Downing Street. What are they trying to tell us, right? Ask questions, because I tell you, we cannot make this up, right? Now, we have a situation where the tickets to go on this these ark that they have built somewhere in Tibet, what looks like Tibet, by Chinese workers, it costs €1 billion, and they are letting you know only people like Bill Gates and Rupert Murdoch can afford these tickets. right? I'm not making it up. Go and have a look at this movie and you will see for yourself. It is completely unbelievable. These people are telling on themselves. Now, also in the movie, we have a character that was going to keep a press conference and his car blew up. Now, again, the newscast tells the story, and this is what the newscaster was saying, that the individual died in his car, which which happens to be the same tunnel that Princess Diana died in 1997. Now, why would you make a movie with a broadcast telling us about a character that died in the same tunnel that Princess Diana died? Are you trying to tell us something? Are you trying to tell us that Princess Diana was about to have some press conference and reveal some secrets? Because that is not relevant, but yet it is in this movie, right? And that man had some secrets that he wanted to share with the world, and they killed him before he could do so, and he died in the tunnel that Princess Diana died in the movie. Go and have a look at this movie for yourself and use critical thinking, right? Now, again, as I said, another dialogue between Dr. Adrian and some high official in politics in the movie, and he made it quite clear that anyone who speaks the secret or try to tell people that they will go after that individual and kill them, right? These people are not mincing their words. They are letting you know that it is the end, right? And they are letting you know anyone that know exactly what is going on, they will kill them. Look out for that dialogue and understand these are the end times, right? And anyone who is telling truth or opening people's eyes, notice that if it's on any social media platform, they are quick to remove the channel. They are quick to suspend you because they don't want people's eyes open to what is really happening around them, and they only want one set of people to spin the narrative. You only get news from one set of people, right? That's exactly what they want, because the news is owned by private families. So if you think you're getting a fair, independent newscast, think again. It is bought and sold, right? And let us get into why China is invested in these countries, in these black and brown people's country. Now, in the movie, when everywhere is flooded because it is the destruction coming in the form of an earthquake and the flood, but we know the Most High told us that He's not going to use flood the next time, right? It will be fire and brimstone. It won't be a flood, but regardless, the movie used a flood and a ark. It looks like 7 arks. Now, when they are on it now and they are settling down, they realized that Africa was not affected. Africa was elevated, right? What are they trying to tell us? Because after all, Africa, I tell you guys that when these avenging angels come around, Africa will be the place for a lot of us to run for refuge, because they will be destroying most of the West, and these people know that these Western countries and Eastern countries will be going under. So therefore, they would like to control Africa and the Caribbean and get these black people of these countries, put them in China, right? And then put their people in Africa and the Caribbean and also Australia. Now, many of you might say this is conspiracy theories, this cannot happen, but look at China's human rights record, because China has done that to their very own people. They have removed millions of Uyghur Muslims, right? Locked them in concentration camps. What is to stop them from emptying a Caribbean island like Barbados? That is easy, right? And also go and look up China's ghost cities. China have cities that can hold millions of people, and when I check, those cities are still empty. And that is why China would like Africa and the Caribbean and Australia as well, right? Now, let me all introduce you to my little friend, right? Now, Hollywood has been showing him as the black alien, right? We know him as the ancestors, the angels, or simply the gods, right? Understand that no one is going to come out the sky riding a white horse with blonde hair and blue eyes. This is what the avenging angels will look like. Understand it, know it, get out your feelings. That is what the ancestors look like, and that is what is going to come. And when they come, they won't be kumbayaing with anyone, right? They will have their instructions, and many of you will wish you were never created or you were never born, right? As I said, because the Most High keeps quiet, because these avenging angels just stand their post and keep quiet, it doesn't mean that you are getting away with destroying the Most High creation, right? It is not going to end well for a lot of you who think that you are God. You are just a man. Humble yourself before your creator. It will not end well, right? And especially for you, church. A lot of you religious leaders, it will not end well. The Bible tell us that many will be running saying, Lord, Lord, Lord. And he will say, I know you not. Right? Many of you will be doing that. It will be the days of days, and I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. Right? Because we all get our chance to say the things we did not say, to do the things we did not do, and now it soon be their turn. We have no excuses. We still have our chance to do what needs to be done. Let us pray and say, glory be to the Most High.